Good morning, everybody. I'll be reading from Luke chapter 12, 41 to 53. So Peter asked, Lord, are you telling this parable to us or to everyone? The Lord answered, who then is the faithful and wise manager, whom the master puts in charge of these servants to give them their food allowance of the proper time? It will be good for the servant when the master finds doing so when he returns. Truly, I tell you, he will put him in charge of this possession. But suppose the servant says to himself, my master is taking a long time in coming, and he then begins to beat the other servants, both men and women, and to eat and drink and get drunk. The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he is not aware in. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the unbelievers. The servant will know the master will and does not know get red for get a red, or does not do what the master wants will be beaten with many blows. But the one who does not know and does not think deserving punishment will be beaten with few blows. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. So I note in this passage that Jesus is speaking directly with watchful and responsibility. Something that caught my attention in this passage is the image of the faithful servant and the unfaithful servant. One was living prepared for God's return, while the other was not living for the God returns, as if the God won't return. That reminds me a period in my adolescence when I began to live more relaxed life. One day, after hearing a sermon about being prepared for Christ's return, I was deeply moved. I remember as yesterday. I was being more careless servant in this passage that I read before, and that awakened me to get back on the right path. Yeah, I think God wants all of us to be mindful and life each day with spiritually responsibility, as with Jesus we're returning at any moment. This is the crucial point of this parable. That one passage that I come for you, and I want to say that he wants us to be faithful servant in your choices, in our words, in our actions, no matter it's a big or small actions. To conclude this video, one takeaway that I have in my life, we should always remember that living prepared is not living in fear, but with purpose. That is my life now. Daily faithfulness is the key to bring red when the master returns, and the master returns, it's real for your life.